Hey Earth Signs, my name is Melanie and welcome to Soul Tribe Tarot. I'm here to do your weekly reading from February 11th through the 17th. I apologize, it is a day late. I was sick over the weekend, so a little bit behind, but I'm back. Also, just wanted to let you guys know that I am going to start doing some live readings starting in the next week or two. So if you are interested in those, if you could go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell, that way you'll know when I do go live and you can attend. So we're going to go ahead and break this down between the signs. We're going to go Capricorn, Taurus, then Virgo. And so if I have any time stampers out there, that'd be fantastic. If you would go ahead and leave that in the comments for me, I would greatly appreciate it, and so would everybody else. Also, at the end, I'm going to pull a couple of bonus love cards, just so we can kind of check in, and, you know, it's Valentine's Day this week, so might as well, right? So we'll see what we got going on there. All right, so we're going to start with Capricorn. What is going on with my Capricorns? February 11th through the 17th. Capricorn, February 11th through the 17th, please. Capricorn. All of those wanted to come out. All right, Capricorn. Got for Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Well, look at you. You got this lovely, lovely King of Cups here, and he wants to give you something. Yeah. What does he want to give you? Security and stability. And some sort of a commitment. Isn't that fantastic? So, more than likely you've got a water sign. Actually, this guy's not bad looking. But yeah, so you have a water sign somewhere around you. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Looks like he definitely has a thing for you. Or she. It could be a she. And it looks like you've been a little up in your head and indecisive about this situation. You know, Seven of Cups is you're trying to figure things out, and you're trying to choose, and you don't know which one to choose because you've got way too many options in front of you. So, you know, you've also got the Empress here, which I feel like you're kind of embodying. So, you know, you're in charge of this. And, you know, could it be that you possibly have a couple of different options in your life as far as maybe love? Yes, absolutely. You know, it could be a Taurus because you have the Hierophant here. Or like I said, a water sign. You have a lot of cups here. So I definitely would lean more towards water. But, you know, the Five of Cups is you're still kind of trying to let go of something from the past. And you're kind of focusing on what isn't instead of what is right in front of you. Because, you know, like if you look in this card too, there's 3 cups down here, and she's, you know, crying and focused down on him and things like that. But she's got these 2 cups up here, which a lot of times represents the 2 of Cups. And so there's these 2 cups that are full. You know, you got this guy here. His cup is full and he wants to give it to you. But you got to make sure that your other cup, that you love and nurture and support yourself and fill up your cup. Once you do that, you guys will be able to exchange them with each other and possibly start something new there, you know, but you've got to make the choice to do that. And it's, you know, if you're trying to choose between a couple of people, I'd say the water sign's the way to go. He just looks good. Like, he looks sincere to me. He's got everything together. He's secure. He's stable. You know, he's abundant. He's got love. He's in touch with his emotions. He knows what he wants, and he knows he wants you. So there's that. Now, if you've got something else going on in your life other than that, say you're not single, you're not looking, you know, things like that. It's very much of, it looks like there may be some sort of contracts that are coming in that need to be looked over. You need to make sure that you're, you know, reading all of the fine print in those contracts. Very important, because again, you know, like I said, the Five of Cups, it's missing something. A lot of times Four of Wands, you know, this is the security and stability. This is like, represents the four walls of your home. If you are buying a house this week, which very much could be this, because, you know, with, like I said, with the Four of Wands, it's home. With the Hierophant, this is, you know, contracts and commitments. And if you're committing to a 30-year mortgage, you know, that's a commitment. Or if you're trying to choose a home because you've got options, just make sure that you read all the fine print, because with the Five of Cups here, it could be that you might be missing something that you're not seeing. And so I would be careful with that. Or if you're accepting a new job offer, you know, make sure that you read all the fine print and you fully understand what is expected of you, exactly what those benefits are and how much they're going to cost you, you know, things of that nature. So if you're signing anything this week, make sure that you thoroughly read it. It's very important. But I think that's about it for you guys. So let me know what happens. Very curious. All right, my Capricorns. So let's go ahead and move on to Taurus. We're going to take a look and see what's going on for Taurus for this week. All right. Guys, a quick shuffle here. What we got for Taurus this week? Okay. Taurus. Week of February 11th through the 17th. Taurus. She has shown up in almost every single reading today. The Empress. Again. Taurus. What have we got for Taurus? Okay. Seriously? It's the Empress and the Hierophant. Excuse me one second. Awesome monkey mug. Like I said, I was sick. I'm sorry. I'm still got a little lingering something here. All right, Taurus. Taurus, February 11th through the 17th. Taurus. That's not going to work. Taurus. All right, Taurus. So, all right, guys. So again, we've got the Empress with the Hierophant, and we've got the Page of Wands. So there could be a younger fire sign in the picture. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Also could possibly be a water sign in the mix, possibly. But something's going on where you're having to be defensive, or you're having to defend something. You're having to defend something. And it looks like it could be like a partner or a spouse. You've got the Two of Cups here. So the Two of Cups with the Page of Wands, this could be somebody who is, like I said, some sort of a partner. It doesn't have to necessarily be love, just because there's the Two of Cups is there. So this could be a child. This could be a, like I said, a business partner. It could be a parent. It could be a spouse. It could be a, you know, it could be anybody who is significant in your life that you share with, that you share something with. It looks like there is some sort of, again, it's a contract of some kind. It is, maybe you're adopting. That's a possibility with the Empress and the Hierophant. With the Page of Wands, I could see some, you know, adoption papers being signed. You've also got the Six of Cups, and You know, this is kind of a, you know, a dreamy past type of feel to it. You know, this card is a lot about, you know, going back in the past, you know, future generations, what is your legacy? You know, that kind of thing. And it seems like you're having to defend something in your past. If you've got something legal going on, possibly, something could be brought up about that. It could be very much so that, like I said, I really see strong adoption here, and that there's a young fire sign. Yeah, definitely. And it's like you're having to defend, you know, something from the past, or perhaps this is something that your child has done in the past. You're having to stand up and defend that. I see it working out okay, that I don't see any negativity here at all, but there's something that, you know, like papers need to be signed, or there's something that you're missing from this situation. And perhaps, yes, thank you. There we go. So this guy's got knowledge. He knows something. So he is, you know, the high priest. He's the divine one. He's the one that's in touch with the universe. And it could be that you've got this younger, you know, this younger fire sign here who either is delivering a message of some sort from the universe to you. You know, it's obviously not like, hey, universe said, spirit said, you know, it's not that kind of situation. But it's something that they say is going to trigger something, and it was divinely orchestrated. You know, because if you look here, and in most of them, he's got his hands up there and his fingers pointing up like he is in touch. The Empress, she's the one that's creation. She's the one that is full of love and support and nurturing. And perhaps you need to be acting more that way towards a child instead of being defensive. But it's also about having to set some boundaries and not letting the past repeat itself again. And that's about self-love. That's about filling your cup, your own cup. So I'm sorry, this seems like it's kind of all over the place, but again, I keep coming back. I think there's an adoption happening this week. I think you're signing the papers, so congratulations if you are. That's fantastic. Definitely let me know. But I think that, you know, once you can somehow work through whatever this past issue is, that it's going to end up evening out and things are going to be a little less rocky for you. So hang in there, guys. You'll be all right. Yeah, and actually I just noticed bottom of the deck you've got the Tower. So there could be a shakeup this week in regards to this. Something from the past could be coming back. Maybe that's what it is. Something that you thought was done is going to resurface again. So, and it could have something to do with work, possibly, maybe an old job of some kind. But there's, oh my goodness, yeah, here we go. So there's a truth that's coming out this week. But because of that, this cycle that seems to be never ending or open, it's going to end up getting closed. So you're going to be able to move on from it. So don't freak out about the Tower too much. I know it's kind of a scary card just because you don't know how bad that shakeup's going to be or how bad that earthquake's going to be. You'll be all right, okay? It's usually a good thing. It needs to happen in order to get rid of the old broken things and to rebuild into something new and beautiful. So instead of being this old broken tower, you can build yourself into this gorgeous castle, you know? Not a bad thing. So let's take a look at my Virgos. So, all right, Virgos. Let's take a look and see what we've got. If I can hold on to the cards. All right, Virgos. What do we have for Virgos for the week of February 11th through the 17th? Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. February 11th through February 17th, 2019. Virgo. What have we got for Virgo? Virgo, Virgo. No, that didn't feel right. Gotta wait till it feels right. If it doesn't feel right, it's not the right message. Virgo. There we go. Okay. 3 more, please, Virgo. Virgo. One more card for Virgo. There we go. All right, Virgos. So here's what we've got. Starting out, we've got the Justice card. So it looks like there is something that's been out of whack, or there's a legal situation that's been going on or is currently going on. But next to it, you've got the 8 of Wands, which means that there is going to be some rapid communication coming in, especially, you know, via like email or text, something like that. It's all of this stuff is going to start coming at you all of a sudden. You could be dealing with a Libra. Just to let you know, I've also got Aries and Sagittarius. You've got the Fool and Temperance here. So we'll get to those in a second. But, you know, there's a balance that needs to happen. And like I said, there's messages or communications of some sort coming in regarding that. You also have the Hanged Man. I've got a lot of major arcanas here. So the Hanged Man is, you know, there's been a period of waiting, and you've been waiting for this to finish or to happen. And it's finally going to start moving this week. Something is going to happen that you've been waiting on in regards to this situation. So like I said, it could be something legal. It could be strong legal. It's, you know, justice. But I'm seeing that there is, you know, some sort of a creative spark that's going to come in. And it could be that there's a new idea. Because a lot of times with the Hanged Man, it's about seeing things from a different perspective. You know, he's upside down. That's very different than the way that we are seeing the world right now. He's seeing it completely different. So maybe it's one of those things where you need to look at the situation a little differently, try to think outside the box a little bit, because I feel like there's some sort of a creative spark that's going to come in, or some new idea that you're going to have. And once you can put that forward to help, you know, again, this is all about the balance and being fair in a situation. So if there's been miscommunication in the past, you know, perhaps it's time to take a step back and kind of look and see what your part was that was played in that situation. And to recognize that it's not always everybody else's fault. Sometimes it's your own. That's a specific message for somebody. But, so you've got the Fool here. This is a new journey that you're about to embark on. And once you decide that it's time to take that leap and to go and to take the messages that you're receiving and put those to use in some way, or to actually pay attention to them and to receive them, there's a balance that's going to come in. You're going to be more grounded. You're going to be able to, you know, think logically and yet have your heart open at the same time. That's what I'm seeing here. So I think that if this is in regards to a court case of some sort, that the result of this is going to be a fair and balanced result for everybody involved. You know, but there could be a lot of back and forth this week regarding that. That's what I'm seeing a lot of. And you may need to take a step back and not get so worked up about it, and really just try to stay calm and go with the back and forth. Maybe there's negotiations going on. If this is work, maybe you're negotiating a raise. Maybe you're negotiating a promotion. Maybe you're negotiating a new contract with a client. you know, something like that, but it looks like it's going to go in your favor. This is, you know, especially with temperance here, this is, you know, getting to that point of balance. And with justice, it's about balance. So you start with balance, you end with balance. There's a lot of balancing going on here. So things are kind of starting to even out now in your world. That's fantastic. But yeah, so it looks good, Virgo. Very nice, very nice. So let's pull some love cards and see what you guys got going on there. So, all right, we're going to pull 3 cards here. All right, let's start with Capricorn. What can Capricorn expect for the week of February 11th through the 17th? Capricorn, there. And Taurus, what have we got for Taurus for the week of February 11th through the 17th? Taurus, that one. And Virgo, what do we have for Virgo? Okay, so that's Romance Angels, and we're also going to pull from the Whispers of Love deck. So we've got Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? That one. And Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? That one. And Virgo. What do we got for Virgo right there? Okay. All right, Capricorn. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We got calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So, make sure that you set your intentions. Put out there what you want. You've got to be straightforward. You have to let the universe know exactly what you're expecting. And it will provide. You also got to look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. So if you keep going after, you know, the green pair of shoes, and you're always reaching for the green pair of shoes, but you hate the color green and the shoes don't fit you anymore, but you keep saying, you know, look at my green shoes. I'm going to reach for my green shoes. You're always going to be uncomfortable. You're always going to have achy feet, and you're always going to have green shoes. If you decide one day, you know what? Maybe I'll try the red ones on, or the black ones, or the purple ones, whatever. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results, I believe they say that's the definition of insanity. So, look for the patterns. If you keep getting the same thing, if you keep attracting the same people, if you keep, you know, if the same things keep happening over and over and over again, there's a pattern there. You've got to figure out why. Look at yourself. Are you not setting boundaries? Are you not being upfront and honest to begin with? What it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. And what are those lines that cannot be crossed? You know, what is the stuff that is not okay to be put up with? You know, so if you keep putting out there what you want, that's what you'll get. Like attracts like. So if you're not upfront and honest, you're not going to get somebody who's upfront and honest. If you can't speak your truth and speak your mind, you're not going to get somebody who's going to speak their truth and speak their mind with you. So like attracts like. So if you want to call in your soulmate, you have to put out there exactly what you want, what you're willing to accept, what you're willing not to accept. And that's what you'll end up getting. But you've got to recognize that you're playing a part in this as well. You know, it's not just like, oh, you know, all men or all women are horrible and there's nobody out there for me and this and that. You've got to recognize that you're playing a role in this too, and that there may be some things that you need to work on in yourself in order to get the person that you want. But you've got a good potential of meeting that person this week. So make sure you've got all your ducks in a row and you know exactly what you want and exactly what you don't want and what you're going to do if you see those, you know, signs of the things that you don't want. Are you going to continue in that cycle, in that pattern, or are you going to say no? You know, and leave it. Just leave it. So let me know what happens. All right, Taurus, let's see what we got for you guys. Past life relationship. You've known each other before. This could be good or bad. And you also got practice compassion. See things from a different perspective. So for my single Tauruses, if you've got somebody who has been coming around and, or somebody that you're meeting, and they don't seem like they're the kind of person that you normally go for, but there's some sort of a pull or an attraction. This could be from a past life relationship. It's quite possible if that's what you believe in. But I feel like you need to, don't discount somebody just because they're a little different from you. You never know. And give them a chance. It could turn into something great. If you are coupled, I'm going to say that you probably need to have a little more compassion for your partner this week. And, it could be that maybe they're going through some stuff right now, and it's just a good idea. Just be gentle. Be gentle with them this week, and really try to see things from their point of view, and try not to be, so stubborn. Tauruses, I have a Taurus child. I completely understand that. And a Taurus best friend. I completely understand the stubbornness. So I get it. But it may be time to just kind of soften up a little bit and try to have some compassion and don't dig your heels in quite so hard. So that's my advice for you guys for this week. All right, Virgos. Oh, we got very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. What do you want? Like I said to Capricorn, what do you want? Do you want to get stuck with the same old smelly pair of green shoes? Or, is there something else that you'd rather have? And we've got romance. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. So decide what you want. Decide who you want if you have options. And make sure that you say something to that person. And let them know that, hey, you're the one I want. I'm interested in you. Let's go have some coffee. Let's go out on a date. If you are coupled, I feel like you guys have been waiting for something to happen, and it's coming in very soon. That's what this is definitely saying. And with Valentine's this week, show your partner a little extra love. Make them feel appreciated. Make them feel, needed and loved. So best advice for all of you this week is just love. Practice love on yourself. Practice love on those around you. Give yourself a break. Decide what you want. That's the biggest thing. Make sure that you figure out exactly what it is that you want and what it is that you don't. You've got to know both. Have that balance. So, all right, Earth signs. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonated. I would love to hear from you. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.